Guys, how are you all doing? It's a girl CC and I'm back again today with another interesting video. I trust you guys are having amazing, sweet and wonderful time today. Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. So I just want us to take a look at this video that is trending on TikTok. This group of guys were asked this question: who comes first? Your mom, your wife, or your kids? And the answers they gave really shocked a lot of people. Like, people started reacting to the video. Like, I read a lot of comments. People were like, what? Now, the interesting part of this whole thing is that women started asking their husband this question. Now, I have put those videos together. We are gonna see them. But before we see these videos, let's just see the original video. Let's just hear the answers these guys gave to that question. Please check this video out.
Who comes first, your mom, your daughter, or your wife? Give me mom, daughter, wife. Daughter, wife?
Wife's replaceable.
Okay. Oh, wow, replaceable. Okay. What's your name?
So this is like hypothetical when I'm like later in life in my 30s when I have all three of those.
Okay.
So I would say at that point, I'd probably pick like daughter, then wife, then mom. But I love my mom a lot. I love my mom.
Respect. What about you? How you feeling?
Daughter, if I'm on good terms with my wife, then wife, and then mom. But if not, then mom in the middle.
Daughter. Daughter's at one, okay. Uh-oh.
Daughter, mom, wife.
Daughter, mom, wife?
Because, you know what I'm saying? You can always find another wife. You can't have another daughter. That's your life that you brought into the world. Okay. And your mom, my mom brought me into the world. So we go daughter, mom, wife. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I was raised by a single mother, so my mom's got to come first.
Mom first, okay.
Then my daughter.
Then your daughter. Then your wife.
Then my wife.
Okay. Why wife at the last?
Because if I have a daughter, like that's my baby.
Okay.
Like
okay,
I gotta put my daughter first.
Okay, I'm gonna assume that these guys are not married yet. On the assumption, okay? I don't know. I can't really say. Probably they're not married, but then they gave those answers. That's their opinion, okay? I can't force them to say otherwise. Now, if I'm being asked this same question, this is gonna be my answer. Of course, I would choose my husband. I love my mom so much, of course, but I would choose my husband first, and then my kids, and then my mom. Even my mom would agree with me. Trust me. Anyways, let me not bore you guys with a lot of talking. Let's just see these videos that I've put together where the wives are asking their husbands who comes first in your life. Please check these videos out.
Who comes first in your life? Your mom, your daughters, or your wife? Which is me.
I'm gonna tell you how it's supposed to be and what it is. It's my wife, as it's you. As I've said to you many times before.
That was quick.
Yeah, because that's what I live. I tell my children, I had my wife before you, and I'll have her after you. Our kids are gonna leave, and they're gonna go off and make their own families, right? I left my parents to come to you. We established something, and we're in this till the death do us part. You are there. There's nothing that I won't do for you. I would die for you. Like, everything that I wouldn't have children if it wasn't for you. I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for you. The best thing that I could ever do in my life is learn how to love one person. And I'm still learning. I'm dealing with it every day. But you are, after God, number one. And it's worked thus far. And I've even taught my kids that needs to be their focus. Because at the end of the day, I had my wife before you, and I have her after you. And besides you are my purpose.
Thanks, babe. You can tell that you've done a lot of interviews because you look like directly into the camera.
It's pretty easy when you're talking from the heart.
Oh. Thank you. Love you.
I love you more.
Wow. Did you guys feel that? I could feel it from his voice. You could tell that he said those words from the bottom of his heart, like he meant every word he said. This is good. Okay? I have other videos coming up. Please check them out.
Hey babe, question. Order of importance. Your mom, your daughter, me. Go.
It's my wife. I mean, you're my other half, so wife is always first, right? But then my responsibility actually is to my daughter's well-being, right? Because everything that I do and you do that happens with you and me shapes and molds who our daughter is.
So she's second, is what you're saying?
She's second. She's inherently second, just because to honor you properly, I gotta honor, like, you know, that honor sort of transfers to daughter. And then it's mom. Like, mom has already lived a full life. You know, she's already received their blessings and stuff. So what kind of person would I be if I'm giving her extra too much? She already got her fair share.
No, you can't say it. Okay, I'm not gonna post that.
What's that?
Sorry, Mama Rose.
Okay, I love the ending part of that video. She said, "I'm sorry, Mama Rose." I assume that's her mother-in-law she was referring to. Oh my gosh.
Who comes first, your mom, your daughter, or your wife? Give me mom.
As a mom that is so fucking tired from momming her 4-year-old son all day, I'm just gonna say this. If my son grows up and is asked this question, and he says that he puts me before the person he chooses and vows to spend the rest of his life with, I have done something severely fucking wrong. I have fucked up parenting. I have not shown him what it is like to choose a partner and commit to that partner and prioritize them and put them first. You are building a life with someone. You are not to put the family you come from ahead of the family that comes from you. That is not how this works. I will not get into whether or not you put the children before your spouse because people take this so many different ways. What I will say is that I'm definitely never going to choose to save my husband ahead of my kids if everyone's on a cliff and I can only save one. I'm definitely going to choose my kids. But when it comes to the everyday and it comes to the nitty and gritty of making decisions and standing by someone, I'm going to ride with that man because we got each other's backs and it's our jobs too. Now, take that as you will. But as for these mommy boys' sick mentalities, I do understand the fucking sacredness of what it means to have a mother and son bond. I really do. I'm going to have that for the rest of my life, and he is going to have that for the rest of his life. My role is not threatened, but I will never invoke some sick sense of fucking toxic loyalty that makes it so that my son thinks that he has to choose me ahead of the person that he falls in love with and is committing to for life. Because in my eyes, if you're gonna make that commitment to someone, that person isn't fucking replaceable. This is why there's so many divorces. Grow the fuck up, man.
Who comes first, your mom, me, or a future daughter?
Mom, if you're watching this, scroll away. I love you so much. But you, honey, always you.
Why?
Because you're part of me now. We're one. And you're always going to be my first priority.
What about a future daughter?
I'm going to love our future daughter so much, but our relationship is the foundation and roots of our family. And if we're healthy, our family will be healthy. And I never want to lose sight of us, honey.
Babe, I'm going to ask you a question.
What's the question?
Who comes first?
Okay.
Your mom, your wife, or your kids?
You, babe.
Really, baby? Why?
Because, baby, me and you are married. Well, we're gonna be married soon. And you are a part of me for the rest of my life. My daughter and my son, as much as we love them, they're gonna have their own life in the future. And when they leave, it's just me and you. And my mom, you know, she's my mom. I love her, but you go first all the way.
I'm gonna ask you a question, okay? Who comes first? Me, your wife, your mom, or your future daughter or son?
Who comes first?
Yeah.
You, babe.
Why?
Because, you know, my mom, obviously we joined as one, So you come first before my mom, and then before my kid. You know, my kid grows up, marries, goes to school, whatever, leaves our home, and who am I stuck with? With you. So you gotta come first.
Who comes first, your mom, your daughter, or your wife? Give me mom, daughter, wife.
And you can always find another wife. You can't have another.
So all of them got it wrong, and I'm inclined to give them the benefit of the doubt because they are young. They're clearly outside. They look like they're at a college situation, and then one of them even said, you know, we're talking about when I'm in my 30s, which suggests there is a lack of maturity and understanding there. So let's lay that there. However, there are a lot of men that will continue this thought even into their more mature era of understanding based on the same logic that these men talked about. But that's wrong. Let me explain something to you. Daughter, mom, wife, everybody, once you get married, once you leave and cleave, once you have or create a union with someone, and for my household, a union under God through Christ, that person, my wife, is the person. Period. We have covenant. We have union. Yes, my mother birthed me, and we praise God for it, and thank you for all of that, and thank you for supporting and growing and rearing me and pouring into me. But once I take on the wife, that person is the person. Even my daughter, we have a daughter. Great. I love my baby to pieces. My daughter is literally the apple of my eye. I love my baby. I love my baby. But she does not come before my wife. No one comes before my wife. Not my friends of umpteen years. No one. Period. I don't even care if we on good terms or not. I don't care if we knucking and bucking and ready to fight that week. Because, you know, marriage be marriaging sometimes. It ain't all roses and cute. I mean, we post these videos and these photos and it look all cute and stuff. Oh, but it gets down. We have differences of opinion. We were both raised differently. We have different ideas. Now, we got the same foundation that is Christ, but we're two people. We're two flawed people. So we are bound to have conflict. And we work really hard to overcome our conflict. We've done really, really well. We call it closing the loop. We try to close the loop on that conflict quickly, but in that quickness, we don't dismiss what the other person is feeling, and everybody gets a chance to get what they got to say out. Anyway, I say all that to say no one comes before my wife. Now, God is the head of my life. God comes first. But when we talking about people on earth, people walking around here, no one comes before her. Then it is my daughter. Then it is my mother. That is because I am my daughter's father. She gets that second spot. This is the household. This is the home, the family me and my wife have created. So we have a responsibility to her. She's an infant. And even up until she's 18, or you know what, because I don't even like that 18 number, but 21, 22, that's going to be my responsibility. Because I remember me at 22, I wasn't ready to really just do the things, even though I had to do the things, because that's just kind of what we do here in America. That's my baby. So we're going to care for her. We're going to do what we need to do for her. But she comes in that second spot. Now, are there situations that cause for us to put our needs or wants down for her needs? Absolutely. She's a baby. She's one. She totally depends on us. But that does not mean she comes first or comes before my wife. My wife comes first. Then it is my mother in the third spot. That doesn't mean I dismiss my mother or I don't help my mother where she needs help or whatever the case may be. But my mom is not my wife. And a lot of people have not appropriately placed their husband and their wife in the appropriate spot. You still got other people before them when that's not, baby, that's not what it is. I'm not sorry. I was about to say I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. That's not what it is. And that's not what it's going to be over here. So, to answer the question, wife, daughter, mother. That's not to dismiss second or third spot, but that is the order in which priority is given.
Who comes first, your mom, your daughter, or your wife? Give me mom.
All right, so this can be kind of a nuanced answer for the most part, but it's my belief, and this is just my personal belief, based on what you're looking for in life. It's my belief that your mom never comes first. However, your wife and your children can kind of be flip-flopped based on where you're at in life. For me, right now, obviously, my kids come first. Because, well, I say kids, I've only got one, but he comes first. And that's only because I'm not in a relationship. And that's not to say that my relationship would come before my kids, but that's to say that I would prioritize both my girl and my child. Now, this isn't like if the house is burning, who would you save first, your wife or your kid? Like, it's not a question like that. It's more like, if your kid's being disrespectful to the wife, how are you going to react to that? Are you going to take the kid's side or your wife's side? If your kid doesn't like your new current girlfriend, are you going to get rid of that girlfriend for your kid? The answer is no, I'm not going to get rid of my girlfriend for my kid. Now, if my girlfriend was disrespectful and a POS to my child, then yes, because my child is an extension of me. But that's not to say I'm going to get rid of my child if he's disrespectful to her. I'm going to discipline the kid. He will be in timeout. He will get things taken away. He will understand that she is also an extension of me at this point. Too many people make this a black or white situation when it's really dependent on the situation. Like, what if your kids are in their 20s and they're living on their own now? Are you going to put your kids ahead of your girlfriend or your wife? Absolutely not. They moved on. They have their own life. Now you're trying to live life with somebody else. And that's the other thing to think about too. You bring mom into the situation. Like, your mom's not going to be around that much longer. You don't have to live with your mom. You don't have to take care of your mom per se, Your girlfriend or your wife is meant to be there for the rest of your life. At least that's how you're supposed to be looking at it. Your kids will go off and live their own life. And yeah, you'll see them and you'll have a good relationship. But that doesn't mean that it's that kind of relationship. They're going to go do their own thing and you're going to live life with your significant other. So as somebody that's dating, am I going to immediately say that person's more important than my child? No. But a few years down the road, when things get serious and we're contemplating life together, then I'll start making decisions that involve both of those people, my child and my girl. Or woman, for those of you that don't like being called a girl. Like, come on.
Baby, who comes first? Me, your daughter, or your mom?
First, God comes first. Then after God, myself, because I love myself. After that, my daughter, my mother, my pocket is very important. Then my car, my PS5, and then, you.
So your PS5 comes before me? That bitch. I knew it's gonna take my place at home. It's my fault I allowed it to have a PS5. I'm gonna go break it.
No.
I'm gonna go break it.
No, I'm just kidding. Hold on. You come before. No, hold on.
Okay, the last video was quite hilarious, okay? But then, of course, the man was joking, I'm sure. Anyways, I took some screenshots of comments as usual so you guys can see what other people said, about these videos, the questions, and people had to educate others. Like I said, those guys, if you look at them closely, you could tell that they are young guys that are not married. Okay, so I don't know, but it is their opinion. But for me, which I've answered, my husband comes first, my kids, and then my mom. Let me know your take in the comments. Of course, I took some screenshots of comments. Now, beside me are some of these comments. Please pause to read if you want to. Now, you choosing your wife first before your mom doesn't mean that you hate your mom. Your wife or your husband should come first, because at the end of the day, this is someone that you are living with. Okay, your mom have lived her life. She's literally living in her own house, and you've got your husband, your partner with you. Which should come first? This is quite easy. Okay, it is a very easy question. For me, I would always choose my husband before any other person. This is just me. Let me know your take in the comment section. What do you guys think about these videos? Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share, comment, and subscribe. And as usual, come back for more juicy and interesting video. And of course, I'm gonna see you all in my next one. Y'all take care. I love you. Bye.